Hey, we're back with another exciting episode of the Fantasy Football Expo podcast series. So many people we've done, so many companies, so many things going on at the Expo this year. And here's another great team. I have this product. I can't wait to tell everybody about it because it is awesome. And the other exciting thing is this is their first year at the Fantasy Football Expo. So we're really excited about them coming. And so I want to introduce basically Terra, Zach, and JD, all from Fantasy Zone. Folks, thank you again for being here, being a part of this. You got some great Emmett Smith, Jason Witten stuff on the wall there. That's fantastic. So I'm going to let you guys all kind of introduce yourselves, what you do, how your role in the company, and where you're at. Where you're calling in from here. So, Terra, I'll start with you.
Great. Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to do this and to get our name out there. And so I actually am this was my idea, basically, Fantasy Zone. So I kind of had the idea and shared it with Zach, who is a really good friend's son. And we were just kind of talking about it, just, kind of nonchalant about this idea he had. And he said, I could actually do that. So he is our creator. He's done all the back end work. And so together we've kind of been working on this, actually our team, for about 2 years now. Okay. So we're really excited. We're really excited about the expo. We didn't even know that it existed until last August. And it was right after the expo happened. We were listening to one of our podcasts that we like to listen to on Sirius XM. And they were talking about just having attended. And we thought, well, we've got to figure out what this is. That's exactly when I got home and I emailed you about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I think that's when you guys introduced this app to me. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this. And I downloaded it. I'm like, this is fantastic. Yes, you definitely have to come to the expo because you need to share this wonderful product with everybody. So, yeah, great stuff. So, JD, talk about what your role is and, where you guys are calling in from. I'm pretty sure it's Texas based on, or at least close to Dallas based on the stuff on the wall. But
yeah, well, we're actually calling from Round Rock. We're actually closer to Austin, but hop, skip, and a jump up to Dallas. I am a Cardinal fan, Arizona Cardinal fan, so you automatically hate the Cowboys because there's a lot of Cowboy fans back home. So it's fun.
I get it. Yeah, we got a lot of Steeler fans in Northeast.
Yeah, exactly. So kind of that same thing. But I've been doing fantasy leagues since the early 90s in college with a couple of buddies and got into some leagues.
Okay. And what is your role with Fantasy Zone, Johnny?
I'm the CFO.
Oh, okay.
I'm the numbers guy. And
hey, I'm an accountant by day, so I'm with you, bro.
Oh, yeah. So, accountant by day, fantasy football nerd by weekend.
Yep. So. Accountant, fantasy nerd, number cruncher, it all just goes together. So great stuff.
Yeah. So they were sitting around and they said, hey, we got this great idea and Zach's making this app. Hey, can you help us do tax returns and put numbers together? Absolutely.
It's been really fun.
Yeah. So it's something great. You can do business and have fun.
Have some fun with it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Zach, talk about your role. I think they already kind of described it for us, but and where you're calling from, and how it's been going so far with you.
Yeah. So I'm calling near Dallas, so that's why we're on two different video feeds right now. That's fun. Like Terra said, I do more of the technical stuff, CTO. So the big parts, the app, a few other things like the website and all. But it's been great. Terra came to me with the idea. She knew I had a programming software background and everything, and it's been great. It's a great idea. It's fun thing to work on because who doesn't like fantasy football? Yep. And they've been great to work with. So it's been good. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, that's great stuff. Great stuff. We'll get a little bit more into the details of the product and that. Let's just talk about the starting history of fantasy football for the three of you. Zach, we'll start with you first. When did you just get involved in playing? I mean, how long ago was it? What year? Who brought you into it? Was it a friend, a relative, a schoolmate? Talk about your humble beginnings in the fantasy football world.
Yeah, sure. So, as with most things sports, my dad introduced me to fantasy football when I was growing up. I actually started managing my own fantasy league with my friends back in 2014. So I think that was a year where like the Killer Bees over in Pittsburgh, not too far from you, that was a huge deal there.
Right.
Today, still managing that league, but have since joined several others, including a league with those guys last year. So I've mostly played traditional season-long fantasy, but I did work for DraftKings for a year, so definitely learned.
Okay, cool. Good for you.
Side. Yeah.
Good for you. All right. JD, when did you start playing fantasy football? How did you get the bug? Who brought you into that world?
I had a buddy back in college, and he knew these guys. This guy would go up to the pool hall where he worked, and they got together at this bar and just hung out. And so me and him split a team.
Okay.
And then we pulled in another buddy of ours. I think that was about 93, 94. In about 2000-ish, 2001, that league folded. And then one of my buddies, I said, well, we might as well do our own league. So we kind of copied that. And about 4 or 5 years later, however many, said, you know what? I want to do an auction league.
There you go. Yeah, that's the only way to do it. But
and a quasi keeper league. So okay. So we started that. And about 3 or 4 years ago, my buddy came to me and said, I want to do the auction league. He's like, well, hey, I've got this friend, and he's actually in a true dynasty league. Like, okay, now we're going to run 3 leagues. Okay, so now we have a true. So now we've got a redraft, an auction, kind of the quasi keeper, and then a true dynasty league. So, and then in that, I met these guys, Terra and Brad, about 6-7 years ago?
Well, it was 2011 when we moved here. So maybe
so that's when we met, and probably 2016 we said, hey, let's put together a neighborhood fantasy league. Let's get the wives involved and everybody around. And so that's been pretty fun. I ran it the first year, and I go, Brad, I already run 3 leagues. I can't do 4, so you have to take it over.
I get it. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So we did, but so that's kind of how I got into this thing.
Before we go to Terra, I have to ask you, JD, as an accountant, did you really love the auction league more than a regular straight snake draft because there's so much numbers and how it fits under the budget? Yeah. I mean, I remember my first auction draft, like, this is awesome.
Yeah, you do. You love it because you can get anybody you want.
Right.
It doesn't matter whether you pick first or to 12th. You can get that one person, maybe.
Yeah,
two.
Right.
But
depends on what they cost, but that's always my favorite is the auction drafts over the regular snake drafts. Now, it take forever. That's the sad part. But it's still fun, especially if you can do them all live. There's a lot of screaming and trash talking and yelling at people for overbidding you. That's where it gets real fun. But good stuff. So Terra, when did you get started? Who drug you into this world? Maybe not drug, just invited you in. You just jumped in both feet. When did you get involved in the fantasy football world?
Oh, probably about 16 years ago. We lived in the Dallas area at the time, and we had a neighborhood league that we did there, and that was just a lot of fun. And then we moved here, and so we kind of still played that same league, just we were here and everybody else was there. But then that kind of fizzled out, and then we started the neighborhood league here. So I was on that, and then when I started my current job almost 5 years ago, they had 2 different leagues you could join. One was more serious, one was kind of just fun. So I joined both of those. So I'm in 3 leagues. Thinking about getting into another one, but it's just a lot of fun. I've always been a huge football fan ever since I can remember. So this just takes it to the next level. It just makes you care about all the different games, not just your team.
Yeah, no, I always said when I started many, many years ago, I wanted to play fantasy because my team, the Browns, sucked. And so, I might as well, if I'm going to root against them, I might as well root for people that are on my team, my fantasy team. So if they lose, which they would, then at least I might have a player playing against them. And so then my fantasy team wins. So somehow I'm getting a win out of this, and it worked out pretty well. I mean, it was fun, but that's always, but it's always easy whenever you're a Browns fan. So, we don't get to like Super Bowls or win any, or,
anyway. You never know.
Hey, Bob, I've got a great story that goes about, when it's okay to root against your team.
Right.
We were Cardinal ticket holders. I had the Chicago Bears defense on the Denny Green. We let them off the hook game.
Mm-hmm.
So that Chicago Bears defense was scoring points as they were coming back from like 30 points down, but they only scored on defense. I'm like, okay, but that's the fantasy team. Okay.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No, it's something, and that's, now again, I play in way too many leagues. So people are like, well, do you root for your players? I'm like, every game I don't even remember who do I have.
Yeah.
I think I normally average between 20 and 25.
So you just got scores when you're done.
Hence why I have the Fantasy Zone app, because then I can just look and see how my teams are doing, and I don't have to go, was that touchdown against me 3 times or for me 4 times? I forget, so I don't even try. I can't even, there certainly are leagues that I take more, passionately when I'm in them. So I usually focus on those players when I'm watching, but I get it. So no, good stuff. Great stuff. Love the fact that you guys have all been involved for quite a long time. So Terra, the question's coming to you because you were the innovator. When did that light bulb go off that says, I need an app that has every one of my leagues all on one thing? And you created the idea for Fantasy. So when did that all happen?
It actually started when I was in the grocery line at the grocery store, and I was wanted to see my scores, wanted to see how I was doing. And I had to go to all the different places. And I thought it would be really nice if there was a way to link all of your accounts and just go to one place for your scores. And so, I was talking to actually Zach's dad, who was here, and talking to him about it. He said, that's a really good idea. And then told my husband, he said, that's a really good idea. And then we started doing research, and we realized there wasn't anything out there like that.
Right.
So that's kind of when it was born. We had a lunch meeting with Zach and started telling him everything, and just kind of jotted down ideas, and then looked into names, and just we formed an LLC. And I mean, we have weekly or monthly meetings for the last 2 years, just honing everything. So it's been a lot of fun.
So now that we've talked about this and we know the introduction, now tell people in full detail, what does this app do? What are the various sites that they can sync their leagues into? I mean, it's obvious that this is a one app, multiple website or multiple league sites that come together, but a little more expansion on the different leagues that are in it. I think the cool thing, and make sure you emphasize this, is that you also have FanDuel. And is DraftKings in it too?
Not yet.
Okay. So you have FanDuel. So if you have DFS leagues, you can actually check that as well. And that to me is the bonus, because I'm definitely one of those.
Oh, for sure.
I got my leagues, my 20 some leagues, but I dabble in this FanDuel thing, and I want to watch that too, with the whatever ones I'm doing that week. So I'll let you guys expand on that. Whoever wants to take it. But, get into more depth about it, because like I said, I had this app. I used it all last year. It was fantastic. So easy. Just fire it up. Boom. There's all of my leagues. So I'll let you guys go from there.
Cool. I can list them out real quick. So we support both standard and daily fantasy formats. We currently support ESPN, Yahoo, My Fantasy League, Flea Flicker, and Sleeper for more of the standard head-to-head or roto leagues. For daily, we support FanDuel and Underdog right now, obviously hoping to get DraftKings and all those others as well. But and we go beyond supporting just football. We have MLB, NBA, NHL, WNBA, and even March Madness pools from ESPN.
Okay, so for like CBS or any ESPN of those pools as well during March Madness. That's fantastic. So, folks, now you know why I love this app. It is so cool. And I don't remember the price, so I'll let you guys tell it. But there is, I think, a free and then there's a premium, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the free version is if you have basically 2 teams. But if you have more than that, then you would need to jump to the premium. So, and we're going to do a yearly price. It's going to be $7.99 for the year. But we are doing for the expo a free trial. So that'll be for 3 months. 3 months, is that right, Zach?
Yes, 3 months, 90 days.
Okay. So the premium is $7.99 for the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, come on. I don't even buy a Starbucks, but I'm thinking it's close to that, right? Are we talking 1 star? Maybe 2, right? 2 would easily go over $7. I have to believe because I know my daughter goes there a lot. You talk about 2 Starbucks coffees for a whole year of all the sports, March Madness, the whole thing. It's just too good to be true. You guys have to get this app. I'm sure the folks in Canton, when you come in and start showing this and they're like $7.99 for the whole year, are you kidding me? Sign me up. People are going to love this. I know they are. And I'm so happy you guys are coming to this. So talk about this. Well, you said how you found out. It was after the fact. And Terra, we had conversations and I kind of forgot. I went all the way back. I'm like, well, I know we had to talk, and I couldn't remember it was right before or right after, but I knew it was really close to the time frame, and you guys didn't get a chance to get there. But talk about you guys coming this year, who you're bringing, what folks should expect when they come to your booth, maybe some of the cool things. You already talked about 3 free months. I mean, that's basically half the season if you're going to do the football season. And at that point you're going to be hooked. You're going to I've got to spend the $7.99 now. So talk about, everything you guys got going on at the expo here in just a couple weeks.
Well, we're really excited. And so what we're going to do is we are going to have giveaways. And for the first 30 people that sign up for the app, we had some hats made. We were really, really happy with the way these turned out. So we'll have those. And then we also have some fun little footballs and baseballs, little stress relievers.
Very cool.
And these.
There you go. He's got the
openers. Yeah.
He can get closer.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, and there are bottle openers.
Oh, I like that too. Yeah.
They're thin, so you can put them in your wallet or put them on your keychain.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to have a monitor at the table, kind of showing the app, and we'll be able to help people sign up. And we'll do the giveaways and just be there to answer questions and, help people get going. And just do whatever we can to help them with it.
Yep. And hang out at all the parties with us Friday, Saturday night.
It's gonna be so fun.
Are you guys putting a flag football team together?
No.
No.
My niece says no.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So I don't know if did you guys hear who we had play flag football last year with us?
No.
Des Bryant.
No way.
No way he can't play.
My gosh.
So Des created a fantasy game where he was an investor in one. So him and his team from, I think it's called Personal Corner is the name of the company. And then they had this fantasy game. But so, yeah, he came into town with his wife and team of people for his company. And so he asked me, he goes, can I put together a flag team? I go, are you serious? He goes, yeah. And he goes, I'll play quarterback. He goes, I won't even play receiver. I'm like, yeah. So needless to say, as soon as I put out that Des Bryant was going to put a team together, we had every team filled up within like 3 weeks. because everybody wanted to play against Dez, and I didn't tell anybody that he wasn't playing receiver. But these guys were all doing videos, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm ready." They had their paint on, and they're like, "I'm going to play defensive back, and I'm shutting down." And I'm like, "I'm just happy because I know Dez is not going to play receiver." The funny part was, first game, first play, he had 2 receivers. They were just blazing fast. I'm sure they played some ball, college, definitely high school for sure. And they just blew by the other guys. And first play, he just lobs it up for a touchdown. And I went, yeah, this is going to be fun. So they of course won the tournament. And he loved it. I mean, we have interviews of him, doing all that, but he's not going to make it back this year. But yeah, it was a good time. So we don't have any former players playing this year, but still was a lot of fun. Everybody had a ball last year, but yeah, we're really excited again for you guys to be a part of this. Do you have any questions for me, or do you have anything else you want to share before we take it out from here?
Is there anything we should know, like going into Canton? I mean,
just come and have a good time. Pace yourself. I don't know, sometimes these people, I kind of say it's kind of there's a 3-way cross between family reunion, frat party, and fantasy football convention.
Okay.
Some of the people get a little bit out of control because I think they're, away from their spouse and, get stay up late. Nobody's telling what to do. And so they come in a little hungover some of the mornings. But other than that, no, just come and enjoy. I'm available all weekend. All of my volunteers is basically my wife, my kids, their significant others, my friends, my neighbors, my cousins, we're all just one big family volunteer group. But we really enjoy doing it. We love having everybody come to Canton. If you haven't got your tickets for Hall of Fame, make sure you buy those ahead of time because it saves you a ton of money. It's like $45 to get in, and you can buy them through our site for $30. And tour the hall. Definitely do that Saturday, maybe, morning, or a lot of people do it on Monday. Like they just, before they fly back, they go and tour the hall for a few hours and then catch their flight. But, or are you coming in Thursday or Friday?
We're coming in Thursday.
Thursday. Okay. Well, perfect. Yeah. So that's another great thing too. If you go to the hall like Friday morning, I think it opens like 8 a.m. And then go and just, do that and get it out of the way. Because the first thing really doesn't happen until 6 o'clock when we have our kickoff party, unless you're playing in the poker thing, which I don't know if you even know about. Mm-hmm. There is a little poker tournament that they do for charity. But anyway, yeah, just come and enjoy. But pace yourself. It's a long weekend. It's very active. You shouldn't be bored, but you could be very tired by the end of the weekend. I know I am.
Yeah, I saw some of the pictures, so some of that kind of came in loud and clear.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You're going to meet so many people. Don't be afraid to walk up to anybody. I don't know how well you know the community. Like, do you know who Marcus Grant from NFL.com and Bob Harris and and Dave Richards from CBS, and I don't know if you know those people like by sight or you've heard about them from the industry, but they'll all be there and they're the nicest people you'll ever meet. And so introduce yourself, tell them what you do. I guarantee that they'll be like, oh yeah, okay. And you never know. We've certainly had many people make great connections, and next thing you know, they're talking about your product on their podcast. And yeah, it can really be quite a fun and yet very beneficial event as somebody like you who's got something that is not out there, and once people recognize that, I think you'll be quite famous for the weekend for sure. So we're looking forward to it.
Oh, we'd definitely like to hear that.
Yeah. Well, we thought this would definitely be, these are our people. This is our niche.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Yeah, no, it really is. And you give something like this to them that is easy, it's very inexpensive, does a good job, Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what is perfect for this community because, it's exactly what people talk about, like you said, when you thought like, oh yeah, why didn't somebody think of this?
Yeah.
And I feel like this has been thought of in the past, and I don't know why or when. There were times when this was happening. There were websites before there were apps.
Mm-hmm.
The problem was if you're going to get on a website, you might as well just,
Yeah.
But then they all kind of went away, and I don't know why. And I don't remember if anybody did an app version of it, but I feel whatever happened didn't work out because I haven't seen something like this in a while. I do remember like a couple things, but years ago, and it just kind of died off. So I don't know what happened to them, but I don't think that's going to happen to you guys. You guys got it. You guys got it figured out. So good stuff. Before we go, I'll let you guys each just kind of tell people how they can, website that you're on, the app, where to get it, the name of the app, so they know how to get it for both Android and Apple. And if you have, any social media, certainly share that as well. So Zach, we'll start with you.
Yeah. The easiest way is probably go to our website, fantasy-zone.net. I don't know if you zoom in on the top of my little video, you may be able to see it, but.
Oh yeah, I do see it. Yeah, we see it. Yep.
Yeah. So, but the app is called Fantasy Zone in both the App Store and Google Play. So you can search there, but our website will have all the information about the app and subscriptions and everything like that. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. JD and Terra, go ahead.
I mean, from my standpoint, he hit everything on the head. I would be redundant. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, once again, thank you folks for being a part of tonight's show. We're really looking forward to meeting you here just a few weeks. By the time this gets out and released, we're going to be like 2 weeks away. So thank you again. We're really excited to have you in town, and I hope you enjoyed as much as everybody has in the past, and have a safe trip. So once again, Zach, Terra, JD, I'm Bob Lung with the Fantasy Football Expo. Don't forget, if you haven't got your tickets yet, the question is, why not? Get them, thefantasyfootballexpo.com. Check it out. And when I click this button, you're going to see all the socials for the Fantasy Football Expo. Everybody take care. God bless. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Really,